What's up guys, Slickshot Games here. Welcome to this Overwatch discussion video. I'm going to be showing some Overwatch footage I took a while back, so don't judge me, it's just for visual purposes, and yeah, let's get right into this. So, we're going to be talking about leavers and quitters in the competitive mode in Overwatch, and this can be seen in CSGO and any other game that really has a ranked mode, and it's all team based. Now, it really ruins the game for those who really want to play and those who really want to win. And every now and then, and more often than not, there's people who decide to leave or quit for a variety of reasons, whether it be their team is losing, or they're just throwing, or maybe their internet disconnected. You never really know. And so it really impacts the game, especially a game that takes teamwork. And without 6 people on a team in Overwatch, you're going to have a very tough time. It's doable, but it makes it extremely hard. You got to compensate for the different positions that were lost when the person left. So, as it stands right now, when you leave in Overwatch, you get a cooldown and you lose 50 SR, which is a lot. But I'm thinking, if you just leave and you're willing to leave, chances are you're willing to get any penalty that might come in contact with. And Jeff Kaplan, the game's director, had responded to a suggestion from a player about quitters and leavers and what we can do and what they can do to try to decrease this number or effectively deal with these people that constantly quit and constantly, mess up the game for everyone else. This person states that they were playing some fighting games recently and they saw a red label over the battle tag name and they had the words leaver or disconnect, and basically what they do is they pair up leavers and disconnected players with other leavers and disconnected players, which is, interesting. I don't know how good it would work with Overwatch, but Jeff Kaplan replied with, "We'll definitely take the idea into consideration. Our philosophy has been that we would rather not have any leavers in the game, playing the game at all, especially in competitive play. Keep increasing the penalty for leaving and we'll continue to do so. We're in the process of implementing a new policy which would take into account how many competitive seasons you have been banned from, and at a certain point prevent you from playing competitive ever again. Cooldowns should start to stack up if you're constantly leaving." And I think that if you can just permaban a quitter or a leaver, a person that's legitimately just constantly leaving on their own, not disconnecting, their internet crashes or whatever, that's just a different case. With the people who are intentionally leaving, quitting the game, I do believe that at some point you should be permabanned and not be able to play competitively at all. At this rate, if you're going to continue to do that, it's just ruining the game for everyone else. And there's really no use in having you there, right? They're going to take into account how many competitive seasons you've been banned from. And after you get a certain, you will be permabanned. Now, about the initial suggestion from this user on the forums about pairing leavers with leavers. Now, this is an interesting idea because you can limit the amount of times that a leaver can get paired up with Randy's or whatever, or a group of 5 or 6, 5 or 4 mans or whatever, and they're just more likely to leave. But if you have just everyone who's left or disconnected, you're basically, taking these people, putting them in a separate kind of game, and then decreasing the chance of them being paired up with other people that don't leave and play the game legitimately. And it's interesting. I don't know how good this would work. Basically just kind of excluding these people, disconnectors and leavers. But it brings into question, what if you do legitimately have internet issues and now you're just, what happens? So you're basically being paired up with other people who have left or have bad connection. You're just not being put in a really good spot here. These game developers can't tell whether you legitimately quit or your internet died out on you. There's a big difference. In CSGO, they have fixed that low key. It looks like they had updated that, so you can, if your internet dies or whatever, it'll give you a little more time than if you just quit the game, and then you'll just get a cooldown before you can join back, like in this game. But it's always tough to tell, and there's loopholes and stuff. People can intentionally just shut off their internet manually or whatever, and the game will detect that as, a internet crash, and then potentially give you less of a penalty or something like that. I don't know, but at the end of the day, leavers and quitters, they end up ruining the game, and I think that implementing this would be a good idea. Honestly, if you permaban them, they shouldn't be able to even buy the game again. It should just be final. You should not be able to be competitive ever again. If it's going to be that severe, and you're literally like 2 or 3 seasons of constantly leaving and being banned from those, at some point it's just, you're done. Like, get permabanned finally. So yeah, I mean, it's a good suggestion, and it's a good thing to keep in mind. This is a tough issue. You can't really always tell the motive or the reason why people quit. You got to be fair for everybody, and it's kind of tough. But yeah, anyways, if you encounter leavers or quitters, just ignore it, move on to the next game. You can't really do anything about it. I know it's really annoying, but that's kind of how it is. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of this thing they're going to be doing, and what would you do? Do you have any suggestions? And tell me your thoughts on the leavers and quitters and stuff like that. Thank you guys for watching. Six Out Games signing off. Goodbye.